ahead of that huge game. We want you to get involved in the show, of course we do. So today we have been asking you, who is a bigger threat to Arsenal in this season's title race? Is it Manchester City or is it Liverpool? To vote, you can simply scan the QR code on the screen right now. We'll bring you the result at the end of the show and see if Rob and Steve agree. So with City and Liverpool not in action until Sunday, leaders Arsenal can pile on that pressure with a win at Sunderland tomorrow. Mikel Arteta's men have a job on their hands though. Sunderland are unbeaten at home this season and have former Arsenal captain Granit Xhaka banging form.
Where would you rank Xhaka's move to Sunderland in regard to the signings of the summer?
Well, with the impact he's having, one of the best, I would say. I think what they've done as a football club as well in the last few years is very impressive. The manner they've done and the decision that they're taking and how stable they look and how they have started the season. So, really impressive.
I have to say, I think Xhaka has just been signing of the summer. In my opinion, what he's done for that team has been nothing short of unbelievable, don't you think?
I think when he first went there and they announced that sign, there was a few eyebrows raised, as if to say, I can see why they're getting Granit Xhaka, but why is Granit Xhaka really going there?
Yeah.
But what he's done, I covered him a few weeks ago at Chelsea away, and he was outstanding. Covered every blade of grass, led by example, on the front foot, done all the hard yards. You know, you could just see that experience as well guided Sunderland through that, not just that game, but where they are in the Premier League at the moment as well. I think you're right. I think he's just been an unsung hero and a real astute signing and one that he's relishing with as well.
Yeah. Do you think as well as a testament to those Sunderland players, you know, new player comes in, you've just got promoted up to the Prem, takes the armband straight away. You've got to get the backing of the rest of the lads, haven't you?
Yeah, and I think that signing, I think Steve touched on it as well, as a message to everyone else who was going to come. This means business. We're signing Granit Xhaka. You want to come here.
Yeah.
All of us. If he's signing number 15, all of a sudden you're kind of worrying about the 3-4 previous signings. But when you've got the quality of him coming initially, and he brings in so much qualities, driving it on the pitch and off the pitch, all of a sudden you've got people who want to go there, and they've made massive leaps in such a short space of time. It's been incredible, and he's been an integral part of that.
It really has. But even though Arteta was saying some nice things about him, I'm sure he does not want him anywhere near that Arsenal goal at the weekend. I mean, how important is a win at Sunderland for Arsenal, Steve?
They just look relentless at the moment, Arsenal. You can't see him losing a game. You can't see him conceding a goal. You can't see him conceding a shot. They're defending so well, and I think that's the mindset of where Arteta's gone. I think when he first took over at Arsenal, it was all about front foot football, forward thinking, red arrows. You know, 5-0, 6-0. How many goals we can get? I think he's flipped it the other way around now. I think he's thought about it and gone, right, what's the best way of winning a Premier League title? Let's be defensive. And then we'll go, that's our basis, that's our platform. Last season they was outstanding in a defensive format as well.
Yeah.
But this season they've taken it to another level, and that is their basis from then on. Goalkeeper, back four, midfield two, the rest of the players go and win the game. And that in realness, probably they've not had that attractive football. They've had to win it a little bit ugly in terms of set pieces.
Yeah.
But on the whole, they've just grinding it out. And listen, coming into the season, you'll know this. It's not about how you win each individual game, because your name's on that trophy.
As an Arsenal fan, I'm sure you won't care right now about winning boring, but that's what they're doing, aren't they?
But that's it.
Yeah, but you're looking. It's going to be an interesting game at the weekend against Sunderland, because if you've got one team that could hurt them, with Calafiori going forward during Timber, where he wanders off to at times, is the pace that they've got out wide. Yeah. The options that they've got just to go, and they did it against Chelsea, didn't they? They just went, and all of a sudden they nicked the winner. You're thinking, all right, well, this is a different, interesting proposition that Arsenal might face. So it'll be interesting to see what they come up with.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned the clean sheets a second ago as well, Steve. I mean, Rob, you tell me what it's like from a goalkeeper's perspective, right? You've got 8 clean sheets in a row. How much is that down to David Raya and doing and how he's working with the defence?
Yeah, it's been incredible to watch, and like it's just a machine. It is an element of boring relentlessness to it, and you look with him in the centre halves, mainly you're saying between the three of them they'll have an agreement that as long as we don't make a mistake, there is nothing anyone can do to stop us now. And that's almost the attitude that you get within there, and you're looking at it saying, well, we've got a system that no one's found an answer to.
Yeah.
We'll just continue that, and it is a case of repeating relentlessly and focus so much in that 90 minutes. David Raya's great. He's been brilliant since going in. What he's done with his feet, his passing, what he's brought in terms of playing out from the back has been incredible, and how far he comes out to play. Such an integral part of how they play out from the back, and his movement. I mean, you see him lay off a short ball and he moves quicker than anybody else to get into a new position. You're thinking, what are you doing? Where are you going? And he knows where he's supposed to be. He is such a huge part of being that extra man, being that option that it just takes it completely away from the opposition. And you know what? It's part of the game where if you keep the ball for so long, the opposition have so little time to score.
Yeah.
It makes a massive difference.
There was an interesting interview that Christian Norgard did. That he said, in the dressing room, none of the back four, none of the they don't talk about the clean sheet record. Are you having that? Do you think that's true, or do you think?
No, I don't know. That's like telling the strikers they used to talk about their goal bonus. I mean, you talk about these like clean sheet bonus.
I didn't bring money into it.
Listen,
I didn't bring money into it.
I'm just saying, you know, that clean sheet is a huge thing. You can tell that when
you don't think of it from a fan perspective. You don't really think about it in that monetary way. But
listen,
I understand.
As a unit, when you keep a clean sheet, and I've been in teams before, the back four get together, the goalkeeper straight away. There's a little union where they go, like they've kept the ball out, and we've had it throughout our careers as well, where in training sessions there'll be an attack v defence, and there'll be the back four will be there sort of lined up, and then the goalkeeper behind them, and then you have obviously your attacking players trying to break them down.
Yeah.
You know and you can see that's what's going on at Arsenal, London Colney, every week, because they are so well drilled. They know where their distances, they know where they are. When one goes in, one tucks across, instructions being barked along the way, but also in front of them, Declan Rice, Supermendy is just awesome.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, and you know, one of the biggest topics as well in the Premier League is, you know, out of the midfielders that we've got, who is the best in that holding role? Is it Moises Caicedo? Is it Declan Rice? I mean, are we looking at Declan Rice as the best midfielder in the Premier League right now?
He's got to be up there, isn't he? He's fantastic. He just goes and goes and goes. You watch the lad, and his nickname's the Horse now. It keeps going and it just keeps on running. And you're looking at a guy that, you know, you see him scoring at one end, but the work he does at the other, the reading of the game, the passes and the cutting balls off into the front man is kind of incredible. And you're looking at him now, and you look at the likes of Caicedo who's come in, and you look at the money they paid.
Yeah.
It's a snip, I think, really, and how he's held that midfield together, and he's such an important part of it that you take him out the side, and where Arsenal go from there, it is a huge loss.
I spoke to Dec before he signed, when he had a meeting with Arteta, and he was blown away with the presentation that they put to him in terms of where he was at that moment, and where Arteta and Arsenal were going to progress him individually and as Arsenal as a football club. And that was the one that he was like, this is the club for me.
There you go.